guys, so this is going to be a video on how to play the song that you just saw, which is actually a study and for soloing. So to learn to play solo. And obviously the song has a lot of kind of gain to it, but not too much that you can't hear the distinct notes. And that's important when soloing. Everybody has different equipment, so it's not always going to be the same, but obviously you'll want to have a lot of presence. I always try to set if I'm playing a solo, I try to set my guitar for enough gain where it sounds like it's, something's ready to explode or take off or something. It almost has a breath to it, but not so much that you can't hear the distinct notes. The separation of the notes, okay? There's that sweet spot. And depending on what you're running through, that's going to be different. But you want to have enough of a presence to have that excitement and that, sustain going on. And I know everybody wants to pump up their guitar to 11, which is... people that know Spinal Tap will know that reference. But it starts to get muddy and messy and actually sounds kind of noisy if you go too much. So keep that separation. And by the end of this video, you should be able to have the tools needed to play this song. And I'll be presenting other ones in the future, ones that are even faster. But this is a good one to start with. So let's begin. Okay, so the way this song starts is there's three kind of power chords. There's a C sharp, and which in the bar chord form is put your index finger on the 5th string, 4th fret, and then with your ring finger bar the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. With your ring finger on the 6th fret, and then play that. Whoops, turn my guitar up. Okay, and then the next one is, and you hold that for 4 beats. And then I come down with my middle finger, and I'm barring the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string, this time on the 4th fret. And you can play the open 5th if you want on this, because the song is kind of falls around an A. On the original recording that you saw at the beginning, I had a bass player just play like a doo doo an A over and over doo doo, right? So if you want to, anytime during this solo stuff, if you are hitting the A, open A, that's fine because it sounds good that way. So then you play that and hold it for 4 beats. Okay, and then you come down and play an A here. This time you'd for sure play the open A 5th, and you're barring the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string also, just like you did on the other 3. But this time on the 2nd fret, okay? So, and I kind of do this ta-da-like thing, like a magician does, like ta-da, right before I play it, I kind of hit the strings and then I play it right before the beat. So I'll go. So the C sharp is held for 4. This one's held for 4, and then this last one here, the A, is held for 8. Okay. So then after you've played that last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then slide up to the with your pinky. You want to slide up to the 9th fret. Okay, And you want to kind of, while that A is still ringing out, you want to kind of slide up. All right? And then after you do that, you come down, so you're at the pinky here, and then you come down to the 7th fret, and you bar the 5th and 4th note, or fret, the 5th and 4th string, sorry. You bar the 5th and 4th string on the 7th fret, and you play those. I usually play them down, either one down and one up, or just two down like a sweep. So, okay, really simple. So it's, all right, and then you come up. If you play those two, you go down to the 3rd string, 4th fret. All right, so, all right, and then bring hammer up to the 6th fret on the 3rd string, and then bend it up. And you only want to bend it up to about a half, which would be this note, but you're just bending it just like that. So, okay, next thing you want to do is you want to drop back down to the 4th fret on the 3rd string and hammer up again to this 6th fret again, but you're not gonna bend it this time. You're just gonna go. Okay, so after you go, so it's 3 notes. So after you hammer up to the 6th fret, then you just slide your index finger up into the 7th fret. So you pick this hammer and slide up. Okay? Okay? And then bring your ring finger up to the 9th fret, and you're going to bar all from the 3rd string all the way down to the 1st. But you're only going to play the 3rd string and then up on the 1st string. Okay, so it's like this. Okay? So play everything up to that point. Alright? And then come down on the 1st string down to your, with your index finger, down to the 7th fret. And then you're going to come down with your ring finger on the 2nd string, 10th fret. Okay, and then your ring finger on the 9th fret, 2nd string. So you're going to go. One more time. Alright, and then down to your index finger on the 2nd string, 7th fret. Okay, and then 3rd string, 9th fret. Okay, and then 3rd string, 7th fret. And I usually use my middle finger here. So, and actually when I come down to the 3rd string, 9th fret, I use my pinky. I told you that my ring finger, but I actually guess I use my pinky. So, okay, and then after you do that, you want to, still on the 3rd string, come down with your index finger on the 6th fret, and then hammer up to the 7th fret. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, ending back up on the 6th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then come down with your middle finger on the 4th string, 7th fret. So it's, okay, and all these, you know, when I'm picking with my right hand, I vary it so much. One time I'll play some up, down. That's why I always say your right hand has to be very versatile. Just whatever worked for you is how you're going to play that. So I'll play everything up to there. Okay, so then you just repeat the same sequence again. But instead, this time when you're going, you're going to make this other sound, which is called a pinch harmonic. And the way that you do that, this is going to be very difficult if you're just starting. But I'll just tell you how it works. And then you can keep practicing. If you don't quite get it, don't worry about it because you're still going to make that other sound, the normal note. So, but I'll have to just explain this. I tend to over-explain things, but this thing needs a little explaining. So the way a pinch harmonic works is when you play a string and it starts vibrating, and it makes that tone based on its frequency. If you interrupt that height of the waver, and it will make the energy that you originally put into the string, it has to balance out. So if after you immediately play the string, you touch it with usually your thumb or sometimes your index finger at the kind of like almost the exact moment that you play it, that you just quick touch it, then you're interrupting its travel length. And so that energy has to still remain the same. So the way it compensates for that, blocking its travel, it has to start going faster at a smaller travel. All right, which actually makes the pitch go up. And that creates that kind of cool whistle sound. And the way you want to do that is you have to take your pick and kind of pinch it right near the end, so just the very end of your pick is sticking out. And then when you play it, you just rotate your wrist a little bit. If you watch on the original video, when I'm playing, I just a little rotate, and I'm just touching the string. And it depends how you do it. Depends on if you're bending down or up. I bend both ways, so whatever. And if you get it, it'll make that whistle. The thing is that every note on the fretboard has a different sweet spot over here with your right hand where you're doing that touching, where it works. It doesn't work everywhere. So you got to find whatever note you want to do a pinch harmonic. You got to play around back and forth here until you find where you can get it. For this note, it's just kind of about right here, okay? So if you play it normal, so for this, so here we go. So that one, I dampened it. I hit it too hard. Like I played the note and then I touched it too hard and then it dampened it. So you just have to do it like that. We just barely touch it right after you pick it. And like I said, you're gonna struggle with that. And then I just tell people just keep practicing all over the neck and find the different ways that you can play it. And then, but otherwise, like if you just play it and miss it, it's fine because it'll still play the note. All right. So I'll play it up to there again. And everything else is the same. Okay, all the way up to here, that's the same as what I told you before. So now when you get to this point, instead of going, you're gonna just do this. Okay, so it's triplets, 1, 2, 3. So on the third string, you're starting off on the 6th fret, hammering with your index finger, 3rd string. 6th fret, hammering down to the 7th, and then hammering up your pinky onto the 9th. That's 3. So then you come down to the 1st string, and you with your index finger, or the 2nd string, 2nd string, and you start on the 7th fret, hammering down to the 9th and up to the 10th with your pinky. Okay, so, all right, and then you come down to the first string and you're going, so it's the 3, which is the same as you did on the second string, 7th, 9th, and 10th. So you're going first string, 7th, 9th, and 10th. And then you're playing these 8th notes. So, and I just play that, I think I do normally just play that original note, and everything else is a hammer and a pull off. So up to that point. All right. And then now you're going to start doing some hammering, which you come back up with your ring finger, first string, onto the 9th fret, and you play that note with your right hand. And then you immediately bring your hand down here because you're going to be hammering on the 12th fret with your middle finger. Now some guitarists will put their pick in their mouth and hammer with whatever finger, but for this I just hold on to the pick and use my middle finger to hammer up to the 12th. If you want to really learn how to hammer, you need to check out a guy named Stanley Jordan. He's been around for years. I'm not even sure if he's still alive. I think so. But he is he's a jazz musician, classical musician. He's made a lot of television appearances and stuff, but he is the master of hammering. He plays with both hands, using all fingers on his right hand and up all over the neck. It's just, he's incredible. So Stanley Jordan, if you really want to become a good hammerer. So after you go, then you want to come up and play the 9th fret, and then you're going to pull off, hammer back up to the 9th, hammer up to the 10th, hammer with your right hand on the 12th, okay? And these, before you were playing those triplets, this time you're playing 4 per beat instead of 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Hammer up to the 12th. It doesn't sound good when I'm doing it slow, but hammer up to the 12th with your middle finger, and then you pull off, you kind of flick it. So the first 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, starting with the 9th, 7th, back to the 9th, up to the 10th. Okay, that's the first 4. And then you hammer down on the 12th, which starts another series of 4, pulling off down to the 9th, pulling back down to the 10th, which is your pinky, which then you're going to pull off down to the 9th, and then you're going to pull that off back down to the 7th. Okay, so the whole series is, okay, so that's 8 notes total. And like I said, it sounds crappy when you're going slow. You're going to do that whole series of 8 6 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, but obviously you're going to be doing it much faster than that. But so I'll play it up to there. Okay, and that's that is done too slow too, but it was just to tell you how it is. So you're basically doing this 6 times. All right, and then after you're done doing that 6 times, then you want to take your pinky or your middle finger and slide up to the 12th fret and bend up. And you're bending up to what would be like the 14th fret, which is here. So bend it down and then come back down. When you come back down, you want to hit that string again just on the 12th. So it's, and you want to accentuate that last note. Okay? And then you come down to and just just practice all that very slowly. And it sounds bad slow, like I said, but until you can get up to speed. Just try to keep those notes as in time as you can, and then come down to the 7th fret with your index finger, 1st string 7th fret. Okay, and you play that. All right, so. And then you're doing triplets again, back to triplets, starting on the 10th fret with your pinky, pulling off to the 9th, back to the 7th. Okay, and do the same thing on the 2nd string. So you're going, okay, so, okay, so you're, then you're doing 8th notes here, which is, okay, so triplets, 2 sets of triplets, and then in each of those 8th notes is, there's 2 of them in a beat, okay, so I'll play. And that last note I didn't tell you was on the 4th, well I didn't tell you any of them, is starting on your pinky, 3rd string pinky on the 9th, pulling off to the 7th with your middle finger, and then down to the 6th fret, all on the 3rd string. So 9th, 7th, and 6th. And then come down on the 4th string, 9th fret with your pinky. So. And then you're coming back to triplets. So I'll do that one more time. Okay, and then now we're playing some more triplets up here, starting on the 2nd string. I'm putting my index finger on the 10th fret, hammering up to the 12th, and pulling back off to the 10th. So that's the 3 per beat. Okay, but actually you should start. It makes sense to start with your middle finger and hammer up with your pinky. And then because you want to put your index finger next down onto the 3rd string, 9th fret, and hammer up to the 11th fret and pull back off. So it's, okay. All right. And then come up with your index finger to the 4th string, 9th fret, and go and hammer up to the 12th, and then play the 11th. This is all on the 4th string. Okay. So I'll play up to this point. All right. And then after you play that, so I'll start from here again. Okay. Then you want to come down here on the 5th string, starting on the 2nd fret, and hammer up to the 4th. Okay. And then drop down to the 4th string, 2nd fret, and hammer up to the 4th. And you want to drop your finger down because you're going to try to end up with this A chord at the end. So it's, all right. So you want to drop down, and after you play the 5th, you want to drop down because you want to try to end up in this A position, like. All right. So you're playing 2nd, 4th, 2nd, 4th, 5th string, 2nd, 4th, 4th string, 2nd, 4th. Okay? And then the next note is 3rd string, 2nd fret. Or you can play, because you're going to be barring now. That's why I was telling you drop your hand down. You can also play the 2nd string, 2nd fret together with it. Or, okay? And then play the again, you're still in this kind of barred position, this A that you originally had at the beginning of the song. Play the second fret on the second string again. So, actually, now that I'm doing it, thinking about it, when I record the original video, I was just kind of jamming, so I think it makes sense just to play the third string second fret by itself, because you're going to play the second string second fret by itself next, so it's two distinct things. Okay, and then come up and play with your middle finger second string third fret, and then your pinky up to the fifth or the fourth fret, or fifth fret, sorry, number 5. So, alright, so, and I just hammered everything there. I went, okay, and then come down. You're still in this kind of A chord position. Come down with your ring finger on the third string fourth fret. Play that, and then back up to that second string third fret. Okay? And then play the power chord A. Okay? Goes like this. And then play up with this D and then back to the A. And this D, I don't play the first string at all. So, I'm just playing the open fifth, open fourth, third string second fret with your index finger, and second string third fret with your ring finger. And I play that up. And then come back down to the A. So, okay, and then after you do this, you want to slide up on the fourth string, and you want to kind of keep that A, that fifth string ringing when you're doing that, and slide up to the 12th fret on the fourth string, okay? And then you play that with the open fifth again, and then you just drop down to the 11th fret with your middle finger on the fourth string 11th fret. So you're mimicking this. All right? And then, so you're basically playing these, which is the same as these, which is how these chords were formed. And then you want to, when you're down on the 11th fret, you want to let that ring out, and then you want to, however your rhythm is going, I want you to pull up, which is a half step back to this note, but you're pulling up now. And then slowly let it drop back down to where it was. So, so that's how that song goes. I know when you're doing the instructional, slowly all the notes sound weird, but trust me, when you're playing at speed and you're jamming, especially if you have a band or whatever, or a rhythm going, whatever it is. And this is basically an etude or a study. And I've got lots of ones that I, create. They're good for warming up, just kind of jamming a little bit, and just getting you used to how to move your fingers around and different techniques on the fretboard, or if you're shopping for guitars at the guitar store or something. So when you're doing scales, learning scales, you should learn scales, but that does get a little boring after a while. So I like to write little songs like this to help you work with in different keys and scales to get your fingers moving around. That's a little more interesting than just playing scales. So you can just play these things slowly and keep building up speed, and I'll be posting more videos on different types of little songs to help with studies like that until you become a lot faster. And the main thing is just keep in time, right? So that's why you want to go slow at first, because you need to keep in time. And if you start tensing up, you want to stay very loose with your left hand, and all the dynamic stuff is with your right hand. If you feel like you're tensing up or you're not keeping in time, then you need to slow down. You just need to slow that meter down. So anyway, well, thank you very much for watching.